Welcome to Friday Night Hockey, live from Trinity College Coastal Community Ice Center. I'm Rob, I'm with Russ. We are Russ and Rob. We'll be spitting chicklets tonight versus the CCC Finals versus Hall-Conard War Chiefs and the East Catholic Storm. Russ, you got a battle of the top two seeds coming in tonight. It's going to be a battle on Broad Street. What's your thoughts tonight for this game?
Yeah, these two teams have met earlier in the season 2 times. Each time they split, both times 4-3. One time East Catholic taking the victory, and the other time Hall-Conard taking a victory. Both are here in overtime. Again, you know, all records be thrown out at this point. This is just a battle of two teams. Obviously, two teams that are really, really closely matched, and looking forward to seeing what the girls can do this evening.
It's very close records. Storm 14-5-1, Hall-Conard 15-4. So it's going to be a tight game. We expect a tight matchup. Hall-Conard shorter bench than the Ice Storm, and they're taking the ice. Referee's got the puck. They're headed to center ice. Cohane for Hall-Conard will take the draw versus Deidre McKiernan for the Storm. Connor comes up with it. Fiona Campbell tries to poke it in the zone. She'll have to come back, touch up. Storm corral it into the zone. Kohane poking it through, trying to get it deep. Storm trying to get it to their outlet and get it out of their zone, trying to create a rush. War Chiefs have it. Here comes Kohane, potential 2-on-2. She'll take a shot, goes wide. Maddie Bean in the corner for the War Chiefs going after it. And here comes the Storm on their breakout, only to be picked off by Paige Sweeney. She had some hustle. She's got two in front of her, tries to take it and pull it through. Defenseman's stick comes up in the air. And a whistle called. We'll have a stoppage in play. Paige Sweeney's going to be called for a penalty for interference. I don't know, Russ. That looked kind of tough to call.
I didn't really see it happen. I saw the stick fly up in the air. Seems like a soft call this early in the game.
So the War Chiefs will be put to test early. The Storm win the face-off draw. Go point to point. Abigail Kenny has it. Sends it down low. Shot, drive, save, free day. Deidre McKiernan playing low, looped it around, shot from the dot. And Friday will have a face-off draw to her right. Charlotte Laramie will take the draw for the Storm. It's open. Fiona Campbell has it for the War Chiefs. She'll loop it around, tries to send it deep, but kept in at the point. That was a nice hard drive, but nice touch-up. Shot, save. That shot taken by Abigail Kenny for the Storm, and now sent down the ice by the War Chiefs. Selstad trying to give chase, trying to forecheck, almost had her there. Good hustle on Selstad's part. And the Storm send it back up over to Allison Duzinski. Tries to put it in the slot. Shot doesn't go to the net by Deidre McKiernan for the Storm. Hall-Conard has it. War Chiefs trying to poke it through. Piper Royer skating with it just to kill off some time. Minute 5 left in the penalty. Great job by Royer. She sends it loose. Conard still able to keep it in the zone. Great job by Curran, who's able to keep it in and knocks off a couple more seconds off that clock, off the penalty. And Kohane now has it, finds some space, sends it deep. Great play by Kohane. And the Storm will regroup, send it out to Abigail Kenny. She's looking to lift it up, shoots it forward over to Greta Johnson. Johnson trying to go through, wheel and deal through Campbell's toes. Can't do it though. And Campbell killing off some more time with it behind her own cage. Looking for it. Spinorama move. Fakes out. Two.
Campbell so strong with that stick. Just able to just sky that thing the whole length of the ice.
Wow. What a play by Campbell. She logged a lot of minutes in the last couple of games for the War Chiefs. 8 seconds left in that penalty kill. Salstad finds some space. Tries to get over to her teammate. And now Mia Longman has it for the War Chiefs. Kicked up by the Storm. Kept in by Piper Royer. Here comes Paige Sweeney out of the box. Snapshot, blocked. Sweeney comes up with her own rebound. Tried to get it center. Poked away by the War Chiefs. Shot, save, Maynard.
Conard Hall definitely looking a little more energetic tonight than the last two games. Definitely early in the game and plenty of ice time to be had for all of the girls between now and the end, but definitely looking much more energetic than they have in the last few games.
Kohane wins the face-off draw. Dumped in by Fell. Goes behind the cage. Almost grabbed by Maddie Bean. Goes into the corner. Storm come up with it. They're going to look to regroup, get an outlet pass. Here comes Piers, trying to sending up to her outlet. Couldn't be handled by Charlotte Laramie. And she now sends it to her teammate and poked away. Potential 2-on-1. Here comes Piers, circling rack. Over to Laramie, who tries to put a backhand shot. Doesn't make on net. She almost had her man beat there. Storm go point to point. Redirect. Too soft though. And Friday able to cover for it. And won a better opportunity there for the Storm. They'll regroup at center ice. Sent up. Here comes McKiernan. Shot.
Great pass.
Stopped
Good
by
D.
Campbell. Great defensive work by Fiona Campbell there. as McKiernan almost got through. War Chiefs send it up. Fell, trying to get it to her teammate. It's clogged up at the neutral zone, and the Storm will dump it in and go up for a personnel change. So the Storm gets some fresh legs out there. Hall-Conard trying to send it in and can't get it out of the zone. Storm will have to retouch. Now brought in by the Storm by Elizabeth Coco. She centers it, swept away by Friday and her stick. Cohane comes up with it in the slot, just pokes it softly enough to get it out and into the neutral zone, and the War Chiefs go out for a change. And they'll send it center ice over to Coco. But back before, Fiona Campbell sends it back out into the neutral zone. Corralled in, shot over to Coco. And here comes the War Chiefs. Selstad, shot, glove save, let loose by Maynard. She pokes it into the corner. The War Chiefs looking for some support. Picked up by the War Chiefs, goes up to the point. The Campbell over to D, to
Great
Royer.
work.
Royer, snapshot.
Oh!
Piper Royer.
Piper Royer, but great puck movement by Hall-Conard there. Got it back to the point to point, screened the goalie, and a great shot and in the net.
She took some patience, walked it in, allowed that goalie to be screened a little bit, and the War Chiefs take a 1-0 lead on a goal by Piper Royer.
Textbook, nice.
Face-off one by the War Chiefs. Selstad has it, brings it back, pulls it back, gets it up to Longman. Longman sends it in deep, give and chase. She's on her horse, shoots it over in the corner, loops around. Maddie Bean trying to go after it. Marin Curran sends it over. Selstad loops it back behind the cage. War Chiefs looking to set something up. Tries to go deep. Campbell flips it in and keeps it in. Good smart play, finding some ice. Longman has it. Another loose puck. Campbell able to retain it. Shoots it in backhand again. Good possession zone coverage for the War Chiefs.
Good
as
pressure.
The Storm struggling to get it out. Now a 3-on-3 break, and almost picked up by Tegan Cohane, but it goes all to the center of the ice, and Selstad shoots it up, but it was touched by a player on the bench, and we'll have a stoppage in play and personnel changes for both sides. 8:52 left in the first. Double deuced, taking the draw. Cohane versus Deidre McKiernan. Comed up by the War Chiefs. Hits the back of a skate from one of the War Chiefs, but sent up ahead by Paige Fell. Carried in by Maddie Bean, only to be picked off by the Storm. Now they're going down to the Storm side. Tried to get it. Kept in by the defense. Shot goes wide. Good play by the Storm to keep it in. Good pinch-in by the defenseman. McKiernan looking to center it up. Can't get a shot off. McKiernan playing low behind the goal line. Looking for somebody in front. Great play. Charlotte Laramie was behind the goal line. Looked for a player. Fed to McKiernan, who was alone right in front of the crease, and was able to go to the far side of Friday and ties up the game 1-1. The Storm answer the call.
Great play there. Good pass. Good one-timer.
Nice patience, too. She brought it back, was able to sauce it a little bit, get it right onto McKiernan's stick, and McKiernan was right there, saw the opening for Friday.
Hall-Conard got a little lost on coverage there, and she was wide open. Need to tighten that up a bit back there.
And Storm have a little fire now with a fresh game at the 8:07 mark. Puck goes behind the goal line again. Grabbed by Paige Fell, sends it up to her outlet. Hall-Conard trying to get it out there, can't get it out of the zone. Selstad now has it, sends a backhanding shot, but once again, the Storm at the points, keeping it deep. Tough ricochet off the back as Piers sent it in, and it ricocheted right in front of the crease, and Friday will cover it up, and the Storm will make an offensive line change here. The McKiernan line come back out again. Longman for the draw for Hall-Conard, right off the face-off shot. Storm couldn't put that one in. That was Allison Juzinski with the shot there. Puck behind the cage. War Chiefs trying to get it out of there. Curran sends it up, goes into the neutral zone. Pierce has it, goes D to D over to Eva Machi. And Hall-Conard able to find some space and send it in, get some fresh legs out there. Here comes Paige Sweeney charging in. She'll forecheck. Gets by her, but she's able to stoppage in the neutral zone a little bit to prevent the Storm from going more further. And Hall War Chiefs take some possession. Campbell up to Sweeney, able to get it off the back of her stick and send it in deep. Sweeney, who was looking to buy a goal last game, had a ton of opportunities, and so she's hungry tonight. Icing going to be a call here by the Storm, and we'll have a stoppage in play with 6:44 left to play in the first. Cohane on the draw, gets to the feet of Krug. Puck is flipped up in the air. Here comes the Storm on a charge. Stepped up is Royer. Here comes Royer, backhanded, being held a little bit, but not enough for any type of call there. Centering pass, nobody there for the War Chiefs. Campbell now sends it in deep, finds some space. It'll be grabbed by Juliana Soroy for the Storm. She sends it out over to Abigail Kenny. She's met center ice by Fiona Campbell. And Campbell and Tessa Roberts go at it a little bit in a neutral zone battle until Tegan Cohane is able to get it out. Royer and knocked down. Oh, a little checking there. Abigail Kenny knocked down a War Chief player. Hall-Conard fans really wanted that call. And War Chiefs looking to stoppage and play. They'll send it down the ice for an icing call. And we'll have face-off go down to the other end. War Chiefs take it. Royer behind the net. Goes the other way. Backhanded pass over to Curran. Flips it up. Nice flip pass to Longman. Trying to break away. Almost a fee, but just poked away by the Storm. Curran could have been off to the races there. And here comes McKiernan for the Storm. Another centering pass in the slot. But Selstad, who's right there, here she comes. She's got two on her. Does the smart thing. Dumps it in there. War Chiefs defense will make a change. Storm have it. Looking for an outlet. Send it over. Flipped up. Some nice passing by the Storm. Just at the blue line. Grabbed by the War Chiefs. Fell to Fiona Campbell. And they send it up the ice. War Chiefs trying to get something going here. And Campbell, once again, will corral it by her blue line, sends it back into the neutral zone. And the Storm will send it in deep again by Tessa Roberts. Outlet pass over to the War Chiefs. Passed up to Tegan Cohane. She's got Maddie Bean trailing. Cohane will send it in deep just past the goal line. The Storm looking to get something going. Soft pass over to Abigail Kenny. Kenny shoots it over to Tessa Roberts. And the Storm just offsides.
Hall-Conard is definitely connecting much better tonight on the passing. Good tape-to-tape passes. Receiving the passes well. No turnovers.
Hall-Conard winning those face-offs. Paige Sweeney carried it into her zone. And got it poked away from her stick by Abigail Kenny. And Kenny now has it. Tries a wraparound. Sends a pass over to Coco. Shot. Save by Friede. Hall-Conard looking to regroup. Here comes Sweeney. She's got Bean. Bean stays on side. Fakes left. Goes right. Sweeney looked it. Couldn't get the shot off. Now Cohane has it. Sends it out high. the point, and it comes out of the zone, and the War Chiefs will have to come back and touch up, and Campbell sends it in, just not enough though, and the Storm will gather it. And they're looking the outlet, tipped away for the outlet pass. Cohane trying to poke check it away. Campbell has it, flips up in the air. Some change at the boards. War Chief has it. Cohane blows a tire, does the smart thing though, and sends it deep into the corner. Change for the War Chiefs at the point. Here comes a walk-in shot. Hits a player. Never made it to the net. Once again, Hall-Conard trying to flip it up on the boards, get it deep. Centering pass. Stick save. And covered up by Maynard. Nobody there in the low slot for Hall-Conard. 3 minutes left to play in the first period. Storm making a change to their front line. Brooke Gordon will take the face-off draw for the Storm. Hall-Conard wins it again, goes to Campbell. One-time blast! Save Maynard. Goes into the corner. War Chiefs on their path. Another shot by Campbell. Goes wide. Pinching in is Fell. She sends it in deep behind the cage, just over Longman's stick. Storm pick it up. Here comes the charge. By Pierce. Pierce trying to bring it in end to end. Can't do it. She recovers it behind the zone. And now loose puck in front in the crease and saved by Friday. As Greta Johnson was tied up with Fiona Campbell, and we had a battle and a little fracas right in the crease. Both teams make personnel changes, keeping the legs fresh out there. Deidre McKiernan take the face-off draw versus Tegan Cohane. Right at the dot, looking to take the shot, stick save. Shot by Charlotte Laramie. Storm's been all over those loose pucks just to put them right on net tonight. Cohane trying to get it out to her outlet, over to Paige Sweeney, looking to flip it over the defenseman's stick. It's kicked up, but there's the Storm. She'll wrist one through, chest save, Friday, and now the Storm try and poke it in. Great job charging the net, but Friday able to cover it up with her glove.
A lot of pressure by East Catholic right here. We've got to get, Hall-Conard's got to get a clean exit, clean breakout. Having a hard time with that. East Catholic's overloading the side, and we need to change sides to get that breakout clean.
War Chiefs win that one. They'll bring it up right in the slot. Over to Paige Sweeney, or excuse me, Maddie Bean gets by her. Now come the Storm. They'll change direction with it. Allison Duzinski goes left, fakes left, goes right, sends it up to the high point, trying to take a shot. But Juliana Soroy just sends it in cleanly and deeply. The War Chiefs able to come up with it after a battle. And here comes Laramie. Shot, save, Friday.
Friday does a really good job of rebound control. Just tremendous.
And see the Storm charging the net. They're sending someone to the net every time looking for that rebound.
We did finally switch sides and got a clean breakout there. We did turnover in the neutral zone, so.
War Chiefs pick it up. Fiona Campbell does her spinorama move, fakes out the forechecker, and is able to loop it around all the way to Selstad, who was able to poke it out. Now they're off to races. Here goes Longman. Longman has it. It's a charge. Here they go. It's Tessa Roberts. Roberts wins that battle on the skates and is able to set it up behind her cage and get it over. Goes back to Roberts. 1 minute left to play in the period. And Elizabeth Coco has it. Sends it in deep into the corner for the Storm. Abigail Kenny now looking for somebody. Letting if they go high again. Looking to stuff it home. Is as Elizabeth Coco. Coco being challenged by Royer. Royer makes her dish it off with 35 seconds left. And here comes and poked away by Longman. Has it. Almost a feed. Just off the tip. Longman has it now. Looking to take a shot. 20 seconds left. Lifted. Drived. Longman can't reach the net. Goes goes wide. Now a loose puck here. Here goes Campbell. Fakes left, goes right, shot, loose puck. Selsed's there, but covered up by Maynard with 11.6 seconds left to play in the first period. Campbell let one fly. A little tough to handle for Maynard, and Selsed charged the net, looking for that rebound, but Maynard was able to cover it up. Big face-off draw here. Cohane will look to get it back to somebody. Shot. Storm pick it up. Wasn't that far long enough. It looks like we're going to have an icing call as the Storm really push it through. And Hall-Conard, with 4.5 seconds left, will have a face-off draw in their offensive zone.
Yeah, we got to take advantage of that face-off win there. You know, we're outside. We got to be outside the circle, but you know, when we've got to have somebody skating to that loose puck in there and getting a shot on goal. We're kind of watching it there.
Face-off draw. It's on the dot. They're looking to take a shot. It's poked away. Shot by Campbell. And hits a player. Never made it to the net, but that was a hard drive, Russ. That one's going to leave a mark. But we're tied 1-1 at the end of the first period. Russ, your thought on the first period, the little back and forth, some pressure?
Yeah, I think Hall-Conard started out that period definitely stronger than they finished. Definitely had more opportunities in the first half of the first period. Tons of pressure, a lot of shots on net. And then I think we really swapped that about halfway through the first period, and we had Ace Catholic putting that pressure on. And we're back where we started, even. I think Hall-Conard, as we've said all year, I think they're just struggling with the fact that they have a short bench, and as they get to the third period, they're really having an energy crisis and need to try to conserve some of that energy throughout the game, get an early lead, and be able to rest some players that otherwise aren't getting the rest that they really need to be consistent out there on the ice for all three periods.
Well, the Storm outshot Hall-Conard 13-7 that period, so it'll be up for a challenge and see what they can do here. Let me pause, and we'll be back right after a short break.
Your camera's green.
Is it still a problem?
Try and go.
CCC Girls Ice Hockey Player of the Year Award goes to Casey Peters. Finally, the 2026 CCC Girls Ice Hockey Coach of the Year Award goes to Super High School head coach Jim McCormick. That concludes our Hall-Conard award ceremony. Please be sure to stick around for the conclusion of tonight's championship game for the award ceremony.
Want to switch spots? Alright, switch spots. How you doing? Doing pretty good. Doing alright?
And we're back. Just about to start for the second period. 1-1 tie. War Chiefs and Storm. Number 1 seed, number 2 seed. Battle of Broad Street. Live from Hartford. War Chiefs going to be looking to put some shots on net here. Battle of the double deuces. Cohane and McKiernan for the Storm face it off. Puck rolls into the neutral zone. Both teams trying to gather possession and at least have 2 consecutive passes. Here comes McKiernan now. Tries to shoot it. It's batted away. And Cohane gets it over to Sweeney, just out of her reach a little bit. And then sent over to Eva Machi for the Storm. Back over to McKiernan, who backhands it over to the corner, underhooks the defenseman, and now goes up in front and poked away. And Paige Sweeney helps her goalie, and it's covered up by Friede. And we'll have a face-off to the left of Friede. Tessa Roberts will take the draw. One by the Storm, shot in by Juliana Soroy. That's deflected, it goes behind the net. And Piper Royer sends it to her outlet pass, over to Longman, beats her man, it's a 1-on-1, she got a potential 2-on-1, Longman with a drive, goes top corner, can't get it, not a drive though, goes all the way back into the neutral zone, and Campbell chases after it, sends it over back to Royer shoots it in, and now the Storm trying to challenge, here comes Abigail Kenny, she'll dump it in, goes behind the cage, and covered up by Friede.
Great speed and great opportunity right there for Hall-Conard. Shot just a little high and a little wide. But a good look and a good placement for that puck.
Coach Cohane sends out his number 1 line. Cohane back at it with McKiernan. Wins the draw, but skating in hard was Charlotte Laramie. Now the puck just loose into the corner. Here they come. Almost in the side. Back to the slot. Shot. Duzinski shoots it wide. It's a couple times now that the Storm have been behind the goal line and they look to feed in the slot. And Hall-Conard able to capitalize on that charge there and stop it and able to poke it away. And it goes all the way down to the crease. Backhanded by Paige Sweeney, but covered up by Maynard. And now the War Chiefs will have their opportunity in their offensive zone to get something going.
Good hard skate by Paige Sweeney there to force this face-off.
Cohane wins a draw. Shot. Redirect. Goes high above the boards. That was a killer shot by Paige Fell there. That was redirected high above the crossbar. And now Maddie Dean trying to capitalize on it. It's poked away by the Storm. Piper Royer will take possession and corral it. And nice pass by Paige Sweeney as she's knocked down. Gets it over to Bean. Bean has it, trying to get it to her forehand to take a shot. Can't do it as the Storm will collapse on her and poke her stick away. Outlet pass all the way over to Charlotte Laramie. And brought in by Karan. Sends it, shot, Keegan Cohane tried to go between the legs and redirect that one. Nice back and forth, nice puck, stick and puck handling and passing and puck movement. And here Campbell, with her feet, goes backhand, looks to take the draw, centers it, nobody there. Fiona Campbell able to keep possession. Royer shot, redirect by Selstad and poked away by Maynard. Selstad now sends it up high, and Campbell just can't keep it out, and the Storm have a potential opportunity, and they'll send it in deep. Goes off the pads of Friede, and it goes into the corner, and the Storm take a change in their offensive zone. Puck goes up to the slot, wasn't handled. Here comes Selstad, trying to split the D. She goes left, goes right, and the puck is loose. Can't get a hard shot off there. And Maynard will cover it up. Great effort there by Selstad. And she gets a stoppage in play. Give a little bit of break to the War Chiefs' legs. Longman will take the draw for the War Chiefs. has it, pokes it away over to Campbell. Campbell backhands it in deep. Purrs given chase for the Storm, takes protection, and able to pass it over to her teammate, and then looped up over to Elizabeth Coco, and it goes center ice, and a good feed, and now a 2-on-1 for the Storm. Here comes Kenny, but
Great stick right there.
Great stick movement and coverage by Fiona Campbell, who stopped a 2-on-1 and gets it into the neutral zone. And Longman will now try and use her legs to get it. Pierce has it, circles, spins, goes behind the goal line, looking to redevelop it, and poked away by Longman, tries to stuff it in, right in the center of the crease. Nobody there for the War Chiefs, but a great opportunity, and it's lifted, hits a post or stanchion off the boards, and bounces all the way down into the War Chief zone. Paige Fell has it, lifts it up, tries to feed Cohane, but picked off. It was an awfully long pass by Purrs, who shoots it up to McKiernan. McKiernan has it, tries to wrist it, goes through the wickets and goes left and wide of Friday. Another opportunity, and poked out of the zone by the War Chiefs, and the Storm will regroup and dumped in by Isabella Kowalowski. And now, loose puck in front. Campbell, settled down by Selstead to Cohane, gets up there, waits for her teammates. Cohane, shot, sticked away by Maynard. Now goes into the corner. Cohane and Bean going into there. Deidre McKiernan now has it, tries to get it away, shoots it behind the net. The Storm giving chase. Here goes Paige Sweeney into support, forces her man to go around, trying to give a poke check away. Maddie Bean tries to get on her defender, and the Storm having a tough time getting out of the zone until McKiernan sends it down deep. However, frosting on the cake, because that'll be another name for icing. 9:50 left to play in the second period.
Good pressure by both sides here. And it seems whoever's in the zone is putting good pressure on. Neutral zone is kind of exactly what it is, the neutral zone, and then once we get the puck in, we're putting pressure on both ends here.
It's the draw to the right of Maynard. Shot. Goes off to the side. Grabbed by Eva Machi for the Storm. Circles it around up to Abigail Kenny. Feeds it up to Tessa Roberts, who's got some speed. Campbell keeping her to the outside. Roberts goes behind the cage. Tries to lift it up. Poked away by Campbell. And she's looking for some support. Can't get it. Now back to the Storm. Storm have it. Coco tries to flick it in, goes above Maynard.
Oh my, right through the crease there.
Goes through the crease there and rolled on the line, and what a break for the War Chiefs, and shot all the way down where Maynard has to play it. What a lucky break there for the War Chiefs. As that puck floated out there. And here comes Abigail Kenny, passes it off. Storm looking for a shot. Goes up to the slot, back up to the high point in the D, sends it in low, picked off by Sweeney, tries to stick handle, backhanded,
nice
goes forward, over to Longman. Longman's got the legs and the speed, looking to drive, tries to circle through, looking for it, might stuff it home. Here she goes, looking right through the crease, just wide pass of Karan. And it goes out of the zone, but Piper Royer's there. She'll go back D to D. So War Chiefs can go back and touch up. Selstav trying to back forecheck, goes off a skate of Longman, and Maynard plays it to her defenseman. Pierce circles it around. Still can't get it out of the zone. Stelstad has it, centers it, but grabbed by the defenseman, Eva Maki, and she lifts it up on the boards. Kept in by Piper Royer. Selstav tries to center it. Nobody there. Hits a defenseman's feet, and now Royer has it. Tries to center forward. Richter, shot, redirect by Selstad, goes wide. And Karan trying to get it out. Karen poked it out, and here come the Storm. Eva Maki has it outside, wide open shot, wrister, and a blast, and just off the shoulder of Friday, and that makes a nice save. And Marin Karan
breakout,
goes up,
nice breakout.
gets it out. Nice breakout there. Here comes Longman, looking, goes to the outside, looks to take a shot. Once again, tough angle, hits the side of the net. Grabbed by Deidre McKiernan for the Storm. She lifts it up. Paige Sweeney will go back and corral. Tries to go D to D, sauces it over to Paige Fell. Fell indirect pass off the boards. Nobody there for Hall-Conard, and now picked up by McKiernan. in the zone. Sweeney almost had a potential opportunity to break loose with it, and she does. Here comes Sweeney, potential 2-on-1. Wrister, face left, goes right, picked up by Kohane, couldn't get it, and now Sweeney tries to poke it away. But great defense by Deidre McKierney to poke it away. She's in all alone. Plenty of defenders for Hall-Conard, so she'll just kill some time while her teammates make a change. They get fresh legs out there. McKiernan looking to feed somebody, just poked away. Backhanded, high slot. Over to Juliana Soroy, goes D to D. Shot, wrister, never makes it through. It's at Sweeney's feet, but hits one of her players. And unfortunately stays in the zone. Charlotte Laramie will go into the corner, and now Tegan Gohane will go after it, and banked off the boards by Bean. Great smart play. And the Storm will have to retouch and regroup. Here comes Juliana Soroy, who dumps it in, but quickly grabbed by Fiona Campbell, looking to feed Kohane, who's there cherry picking. Kohane able to dump it in and deflect it, but right on the stick softly to Maynard, and she'll cover it up, and we'll have some personnel changes. And a face-off to Maynard's right.
Great look and a great pass by Campbell to Kohane. Kohane just unable to wrangle that puck in, and unfortunately right to the keeper.
Storm win the face-off. Piers with it. She comes up, goes to the other side, changes direction, almost poked away. No penalty call there. She flipped over the stick. Fans wanted a call there, but the Storm come up with it. Send a shot in. Never makes it because it went off a defender. And War Chiefs trying to get out of the zone. And picked up by Selstad, who loops it forward. And War Chiefs can't get it quite in there. 3 War Chiefs trying to battle on the boards, and Selstad really battling. But it's won by Tessa Roberts. Goes speed to the right side. Piper Royer keeping her out. Now picked up. Here comes Fiona Campbell. She's got some space. Fakes right, goes left. Now she beats one player. It's 2-on-2 here. Here comes Campbell with a drive. Tries to go short side. Can't do it. Uh-oh. And Keegan Hohane overskates it. Picked up by Elizabeth Coco. But Hall-Conard right there. And now they'll break it out the other way. Here comes Royer. She's got a teammate, but 3 defenders stand in their way. She'll take a shot, sends it over to the slot. Nobody there for her. Grabbed by the War Chiefs. Now corralled. Krug has it, and just sent into some space by Fiona Campbell. Offsides by the Storm, they have to come back, so it allows the War Chiefs to grab the puck, and Tegan Kohane tries to bring it to the outside. Two men on her. She's forced to give it up. Now we have a 2-on-2 with the Storm. Breaking in. Shot. Pad save. Maynard. That was a nice hard drive.
Shot.
That was a hard drive. Now loose puck out in front. Picked up by Sweeney. Sweeney's in all alone. Here she goes. She's alone. She almost got a hook. Wanted a call. Tried to fake it out. She's knocked down. Fans wanted a call. She was able to kick it with her feet and got too close to the goalie. Couldn't really take a shot, but she had both defenders beaten and broke both defenders. And Maynard able to get it, and now physicality picking up here, and the back and forth and the speed continues to get harder. A lot of slashing going on. Kohane has it. She's forced to the outside by Purrs. She's taken down. Coach Kohane wants a penalty. Nothing. They're letting them play here in Broad Street. Kind of right for the environment, too. We're right downtown where that action does happen. And here we go. Picked up. Shot in the slot by Selstad. Goes wide. Kohane trying to battle. She's pinned up against the boards. And now picked up. Here goes Kohane again. Forehand, backhand, high slot, wrister, blocked by Purrs. It's going down. Another Storm player goes down. And the Storm will send it down the ice. And it'll be icing. And wow, Russ, the pressure there.
Just back and forth, though. You know, Hall-Conard putting on tons of pressure. East Catholic putting on tons of pressure. It is, but yeah, the refs are having a hard time raising their hands right now. There's a couple things going on out there that are a little definitely suspect. I guess it's a little bit on both sides, so they're letting it play, and we'll go with it.
Longman takes the draw for War Chiefs. Battle on the boards. Storm pinching in. Puck goes behind the net. Selstad for the War Chiefs going after it. She'll battle up against Juliana Soroy. Picked by Longman. Tries to go through the legs. Backhand. Goes to the high slot. Campbell has it. Lets a wrister go. Goes wide. That went all the way through the goal line. And now once again, Campbell will try and save it. Can't. Comes out. Hall-Conard will have to touch up again. And Selstad will dump it in, looking for ice. Smart move by Selstad. She comes off the ice for a change. Sweeney takes her place. Now, Hall-Conard fell, has it, poking away and battling the neutral zone. There's Longman, just couldn't keep her handle on it and loses it just a little bit. Now picked up by Coco, still stays in the zone. Kenny has it, tries to backhand it, and Coco got free. She was wide open, but couldn't keep possession of the puck on her stick. Fell behind the net, a battle. We have a battle right in front of the crease between Campbell and Kenny, and a shot off the chest, rebound, and Frede pounces on it with 2:06 left to play in the second period in a 1-1 tie.
A lot of pressure on both ends right now. This is it's a street fight, Rob. This is I don't see any team that 19 to 12 shots East Catholic, but it doesn't feel that way.
Conard wins the face-off draw. Potential 3-on-2 breakout. Sweeney now has it to the outside, trying to break in. She's finally taken down and goes into the net.
You got an arm. I mean,
and you hear it from the fans, finally. He's sure. Raise your hand if you're sure. And Sweeney, who charged hard, was taken down hard. They want a penalty shot.
Driving through it. Yeah, that's, she wasn't quite in a shooting motion there, but yeah, good drive by Sweeney. Good keeping your feet. She kept her feet moving there, and just taken out. Can't do that, and now 5-on-4. Let's see how we do here.
First power play for the War Chiefs. Let's see. Cohane gets it over to Sweeney. Goes back to Royer on the defense. Almost poked away by the Storm. Sweeney has it. Back over to Cohane. Cohane, she's covered up. Has to dump it deep. Now it's grabbed by the Storm. Juliana Soroy trying to get it in. Good job by Royer, still keeping it in. Backhanded. Backhanded pass from behind the net. Here comes Royer. Over to Cohane. The point. Slot. Goes left. Goes right. Shot. Look for a redirect. Goes out in front. Bouncing puck. Sweeney can't bat it down. The goalie didn't know where it was. Storm tried to clear it, bounces off Sweeney. She uses the body. She's been battling hard tonight. Cohane looking to go to the outside. Shot, hits a skate. Nobody has it. Royer on the shot, blocked in front by Piers. She's able to keep that.
I think Hall-Conard, unfortunately, has blocked a few of their own shots from getting through.
Comes out of the zone, and now offsides as the Storm kind of blocked one of the players from coming in and wound up being offsides. Minute 3 left on the power play for the War Chiefs. Cohane has it, goes back over to Campbell. Campbell over to Royer. Royer has it, skates it in, will dump it, goes deep. War Chiefs given charge, takes a crazy bounce and goes right over to the crease, but Maynard will cover it up and will have a face-off in the War Chiefs offensive zone.
Want to see them get a defender tighter in here behind if we win that face-off like that. There we go.
Royer has it, up the point, goes to Campbell, looking for the wrister, shoots, pad save, Maynard, backhanded by Cohane, tries to shoot it in. Campbell now has it, comes back out to her, over to Royer. She's got to settle down a bouncing puck. She's able to flip it in and keep it in deep. Good play by her. Indirect pass off the boards to Campbell. Takes it one time, looking for the redirect, and the Storm have it, and it's shot out by Piers and sends it down, and Frede, with 17 seconds left in the second period, will shoot it up, trying to get it up there. Cohane dumps it in. Abigail Kenny has it, shoots it out in the neutral zone for the Storm, and Royer trying to get it out there. Selstad helping battle a little bit. Royer's pinned up against the boards by Kenny, and will have a stoppage in play, but Hall-Conard in the third period will have 8 seconds left in their power play. Russ, they had a lot of rest in that first period because of the award ceremony. They cut the ice. We talked about Conard's bench, Hall-Conard's bench throughout the year, a little shorter. What are your thoughts for this third period and this 1-1 barn burner?
I mean, I think there was a great period. Hall-Conard played a great period, but East Catholic played a great period as well. I mean, I think these two teams are just, they're slugging it out here on the ice, and chances on both ends. Both goalies playing great. Friede, doing an outstanding job back there, keeping this game tight. 19 to 13 shots, almost, just slightly, little less than 2-1, but it didn't. That period did not feel like that. That felt like, Hall-Conard had certainly fair share of their opportunities there, but as did East Catholic. So, again, we're going to see how much energy Hall-Conard can come out and bring out in the third. They are starting to look a little gassed. Your top lines playing power play. They played a full 2 minutes of power play right there, most of your top line players. And so, fortunately, we're going off and getting a rest in the bench. Hopefully get some hydration and come out ready to play again. But it's gonna be a tough third period with that short bench. Hopefully they can dig deep and rally and make something happen.
Yep. And we'll be back. We'll be spitting chicklets in the third period right after this break.
Good?
Yep.
Yeah, we got audio. We're good. All right, go ahead.
And we're back, live, third period action. CCC final. Double deuce, going at it. Cohane, McKiernan. Storm win the face-off draw. Sweeney sends it up to Cohane. She flips it in, deep. Maddie Bean giving chase for the War Chiefs. Pins her man up against the boards. Into the corner. Good support there by Cohane and Bean. Loose puck. Picked up by McKiernan. And now a 2-on-2. And Rister. Blast. Great stop by Paige Fell on the defense.
Here we go.
And Sweeney. Here comes Cohane by herself. She's got two defenders to beat. Lifts one. Shot. Glove save. Maynard. Cohane was looking at the top corner. Far side. And Maynard basically auditioned for first base for the Yankees with that glove snatch. Great save by Maynard. She saw that one. Face-off will be to her right. Face-off draw. Win by the Storm. D to D behind the cage. Piers back to her defenseman. Sends it up, lifts it up to Charlotte Laramie. Misplayed a little bit by Allison Zuzinski. And now Maynard has it. Hall-Conard able to get it. Settled down by Selstad. Does the smart thing again. Sends it down, open ice.
Great play by Selstad, getting control of that bouncy puck.
That's tough to do, Russ.
Absolutely.
Longman battling with Piers. Finally, Piers comes up with it. Sends it out to her outlet for the Storm. And the Storm now make their change. Here comes Tessa Roberts for the Storm, charging hard. Couldn't get it out. Good play by Tessa Roberts. Now has it. She's behind there, looking to stuff it home. Shot. And Fiona Campbell just got a stick enough on it.
Uh-oh.
And here comes Marin Karan. She has it, but she's pinned on the boards, but able to recover.
Oh!
Shot. And Paige Bell is held. She couldn't even get the shot. Her stick was held. She was wide open in the slot. She's dragged down and mugged. And we get a call. Referee made sure he had his deodorant on because he's sure, and he raises his hand. And we got a hooking call on Casey Piers, assistant captain. And Hall War Chiefs look to take advantage here and swing that momentum. Cohane takes the draw, bounce out, all the way to Royer. D to D, back to Campbell. Campbell over to Royer. Rister looks in deep, goes into the slot, just touched up by the Storm, never makes it there. Now Campbell fakes it, goes left, goes right, on the boards with it. Campbell just tried to get it out of the reach a little bit, and the Storm trying to get it out, and they can't. And now the Storm want a penalty called as Cohane battled on the boards and pushed the man down. And they're battling on the boards hard now for this one. It's looped around over to Sweeney. Sweeney plays the man, and now Maddie Bean all alone behind the cage, looking to center, goes up top. Campbell has to play it with her backhand. Almost a tough, slow pass, and almost picked off by Tessa Roberts. She's the one with speed. Shot. Rister looking for Bean on the outside. Just out of the reach of her stick. She's behind the cage, pinched in by the Storm. Great defensive play there. And she sends it up to the outlet pass. Now the Storm have it, looking to kill some time. Great job by Allison Duzinski. And she sends it in deep. And Royer looking to get it to somebody up quick. Sweeney was wide open down there too. And just gets it to Sweeney. Sweeney has it, tries to go through the legs.
Wow, there's
and the Storm able to pick it up.
flying everywhere.
We have a yard sale on the ice with all the sticks flying out there. And Piper Royer comes all the way back to her. She'll corral it, sends it up to Tegan Cohane, and just out of her reach. And now Fiona Campbell says, I'll take it myself, and just poked away. She's tripped up, and now poked up by Paige Sweeney. Over Marin Karan. She has it behind the net, looking to center it. Nobody there as the War Chiefs were making a change. 17 seconds left. Centering pass in the slot. Nobody there for War Chiefs. Deidre McKiernan has it. Sends it, goes behind her own cage. Picked up by Eva Machi. 5 seconds left in the penalty. And cleared out by Charlotte Laramie. And Fiona Campbell will give charge. No icing on the McKiernan, she had it, but she's taken down. Ref's letting them play. Some more lumber goes down and grab. Here comes Hall-Conard. Long man, she's hooked a little bit, but just gets out, brings it in. She goes to the far side, lets it loose, and it goes behind the cage, and the Storm will have to go chase on the outlet pass. Tries to go through the legs. And the War Chiefs has it, and Selstad has it. Tried to get it in deep. She does. Another great play by Selstad. She's done that a couple of times tonight, Russ, to allow her team to get up and make change for fresh legs. Storm trying to take a charge here and get it in. Referee says no icing as it went off someone's stick. War Chiefs, Campbell sends one firing up there to Paige Sweeney. Got a 3-on-3. Sweeney, Tegan, Cohane, Sweeney sends it. Bean, shot, centering pass.
Wow, that was a really good chance.
Great chance for the War Chiefs there. Sweeney now has it behind the cage. Centering pass, backhanded. War Chiefs couldn't put it in. Now Sweeney gives support to Cohane on the boards. Fell, sends it back down to Sweeney. Goes behind the goal line. Sweeney blocks her man. Great play. Fell has it over to Campbell, just out of her reach a little bit, and the Storm send it down, and we're going to have an icing call. Great pressure there, Russ.
Yeah, really good pressure. I'd like to see Hall-Conard use their points a little better. We're getting the puck down low, down below the tops of the circles, and our points are wide open. And let's feed it back up there. Fiona Campbell's got a heck of a shot.
War Chiefs been winning a lot of face-off tonight. That's been to their advantage. They've been able to get the puck, and when they have it behind the net, they're able to squirrel it through the slot, but no one's really been there with the stick on the ice. Another battle between the neutral zone. War Chiefs go D to D, misplayed by Royer. She has to go chase after it. Behind her cage for the War Chiefs. She'll skate through. She's covered up, a little held by the Storm, and it just gets out, and it might stretch all the way down, but Pierce will go down there. No icing was called. Pierce will gather it up and suits it up to her outlet. Over to Allison Duzinski. She gets it out of the zone. And the War Chiefs will play it back. Another feed to Longman. Hall-Conard has it. Bean, or Karan, just pushed out of the way. Here comes the Storm. Shot. Couldn't get it off. Charlotte Laramie. Now McKiernan, all alone, just lost the handle on it. Sends it back to Pers. Sends it deep. Kicked away by Cohane on her skate. Goes off to the side. Battle by Laramie and Cohane on the boards. Storm back to the point. Slow wrister. Pulls it back. Never makes it to the net. Kicked up by Selstad. Tries to feed it and tipped up by Cohane. And gets it down there deep. And another change for the War Chiefs. Storm trying to send it. They do. Here comes Greta Johnson. Batted away. And Abigail Kenny's got some speed and some prowess on those boards. She's going through two defensemen there. Not before Maddie Bean able to force the puck loose over in the corner. It gets off a stick. Paige Sweeney's stick. Storm wanted a high stick call, but the Storm
They got the stick. They got the high stick, but it was delayed. So
now a loose puck out in front. Goes it off to the side. Maddie Bean has it. Storm trying to keep it in, and they can't. Bean overskates it just a little bit. Now picked up by Piper Royer. Finds some space. Over to Sweeney. Takes it back. Draws. Shot. Easily glove saved by Maynard, who's had a great glove tonight. 7:14 left to play in this barn burner.
Hall-Conard closing the gap on the shot. Starting to look a little more even. Starting to put more pressure. Digging deep, I love it.
Storm win the fat face-off draw. Indirect pass will come out of the zone. Campbell's right there at the red line. Finds some space. Just goes over Selstad's stick. Now has it. Tries to send it over to the net. 2 blocks by the defenseman. Great job by her. And now the Storm flinging it forward.
Icing.
And unless she beats it, but she can't, and it crosses the line, and we'll have an icing call. Good break. for the War Chiefs. Laramie for the Storm. She's been all over the ice tonight. She's been a heck of a job for the Storm. Longman can't win the draw for the War Chiefs. Grabbed by Eva Maki. Has it. Storm pick it up. They'll outlet over to center ice. Here comes Elizabeth Coco. She's been dangerous. Tries to let one fly. Goes off a stick. Goes behind it. 3 Hall War Chiefs go behind the goal line. Allows the Storm points to come crashing in. And Marin Karan tries to send it out, but can't. And Avery Selstad going into the boards with Abigail Kenny. Kenny wins that battle, sends it over to Pers, who was wide open, but couldn't keep it on her stick. Shot, pad save.
That was a big
Frede.
shot.
Now back up to the points again. We've got a Frakes in front and blocked. You can see Kenny really pushing on Campbell and leaning on her own goaltender. Campbell goes back D to D, over to Fell. Fell lifts it up. Great play. Selstad trying to bat it out. Can't, just gets to the blue line. Kept in by the Storm. And good job by Fell to keep her man out of the way. Pers sends it in deep. Good look on her part. Selstad trying to beat her man. And Longman come out for Hall War Chiefs. Now she skates up, trying to be battled. The puck is flipped up over the head of Marin Karan. And she goes in the back check, but unfortunately blows a tire there. And now Tegan Cohane, here she comes. Has to have her man come back on sides. They do, but lets it loose, but not deep enough where the Storm can challenge back, and they'll send it in deep. Takes a crazy bounce off the boards, but Piper Royer is right there. She's forced to the outside. She's taken down, and now Maynard behind the net. They're covering. Paige Fell doing a great job to clear the house. Great job by Fell there to clear that house. Maynard was looking. A blast from the point by the Storm. Goes wide. And now Hall-Conard tried to get it through and can't clear the zone, and it's slapped off a bunch of sticks. Allison Duzinski has it, looks for the wraparound shot, it's in the slot, and finally, the War Chiefs, who look tired, and they're limping along on that icing call. They blew some gas there, Russ. Tough shift there.
Yeah, they kind of get hemmed into their zone, couldn't clear it, and obviously, the more time you spend in the zone, the more energy you expend, and they couldn't get off and get a change, and it makes it harder and harder as that time ticks by to get that puck out because you're more and more tired.
Big face-off. Hall War Chiefs need this win. It's battled at the dot, and it's grabbed. Hall War Chiefs won it, tried to feed Maddie Bean, but it's just out of her reach. Picked up by Isabella Kowalowski for the Storm. It goes to the Storm net. Played off by Maynard's stick, brushed it off to the side. Now Elizabeth Coco with it on the left. War Chiefs have it, but they have to go back and touch up, and it's not deep enough. Kept in by Cohane. She's in all alone. No one there to support her. Looking for to feed somebody. Sweeney's out in front.
Oh.
There, Sweeney knocks it down, but can't get the shot off. She was covered by Coco, who's been a force tonight for the Storm. Goes over to Maddie Bean on the boards. She's taken down. Campbell has it. Spins around. Goes to the outside. Goes left. Spins around again.
My God.
Wrist it. Wow. Not that
Campbell.
hard, but right there.
Campbell just danced
Sweeney
through
had
half
it,
their team.
backhanded, shot,
Oh!
didn't go in, hit the post. Referee says right away, didn't go in. Sweeney redeflected it.
I don't know, Rob. That looked like that.
Was on the
He
inside.
was closer. Definitely looked like almost an in and out there. That was close.
3:34 left to play. Shots are almost even up at 20 and 16. War Chiefs really put some pressure on there. War Chiefs have it. Send a shot, goes wide. Karan sends it up deep. Now Fiona Campbell gets by her. Cohane Fell, supporting her teammate. Forces Storm in the corner. Great play by Fell to pinch her man against the boards and gets while support comes and helps her out there. And it comes up loose, goes up. Selstad trying to get it, just gets by her stick. The Storm send it back down low. Another shot.
Uh-oh.
Shot. Wrister And War Chiefs just get a stick out there, and Charlotte Laramie, who was in the high slot, let one fly on the wrister, but
Yeah, we don't want to leave Casey.
Charlotte.
No, Casey 26. Casey Pierce out there. Just got the award for Player of the Year here, out wide open between the circles on the top of the circles here. We don't want to leave her wide open.
Yeah, that was
She
Charlotte.
did cause some damage.
That was Charlotte Laramie in the high
Oh.
slot. War Chiefs win the draw. Under 3 minutes, just left to play. Campbell behind her own cage, looking for an opening to skate it up. She goes wide, just away. She's surrounded by 3 white jerseys, but able to get it in deep, looking for some support. Tries to go left. She's pinching it on the boards. Selstead tries to knock it down, and the feed, and kept in by Longman with her long reach. Great job by her. War Chiefs will make a partial change here. The Storm trying to make their charge now. Can't. Almost grabbed by Sweeney. War Chiefs are right there. And brushed away by Frede. And Fiona Campbell, she'll battle in with the Storm. She'll battle against Tessa Roberts, speed versus speed. Here comes Campbell. Fiona Campbell wants this one. Goes left. It's poked away. Cohane overskates it.
Oh,
Backhanded
beauty.
pass
Oh,
over to Campbell, but can't take the draw and snap it out there. Sweeney has it. Just sends it in over on net while War Chiefs touch up. That was a hard shot. Maynard brushes it aside. Another change for the War Chiefs. Here comes the Storm now. They hit their outlet. Abigail Kenny drops it back for Pierce. Pierce tries to get it up to Tessa Roberts. It's a battle on the boards. Kenny battling through. She's been an enforcer tonight for the Storm. She's got it. Tries to go forward. It's at the blue line. And here comes Elizabeth Coco. That line's been a very tough line, difficult line to break through and stop, especially when we've got speed by Tessa Roberts. Paige Sweeney's tripped up. No call there. That wouldn't be. That was more just inadvertently. And now swatted away by Fell. Great job there. She swats it away from a Storm behind the goal line. And a tilt. There's a lot of players on one side of the ice. And Cohane trying to get it out. Elizabeth Coco trying to get her. Outlet pass over to Sweeney. Doesn't make it to her. Gets it to Kenny. And now Cohane has it. She got one man to beat. Spins the defenseman around. She's going to bring it in a backhanded. Circles. Spins. Look for somebody. Fakes left. Goes right. Now with hit, they're able to set up. Selstead tries to take a shot, can't get it through. Fiona Campbell, a shot. It's tipped up by a stick, goes up in the air. 1 minute left to play in the game. They'll rip one. Here they goes back into the neutral zone. Coco trying to get to it for the Storm, but she'll come up. Marin Karan, here she comes. She's got some speed, trying to lift it up there. It's stopped up. Now here comes the Storm, and she's just blocked.
That's off.
Offsides.
Good call.
Good call by the referee.
Good call
with 24
by the ref.
seconds left.
Woo! She had a head of steam there.
No, it looks like Greta Johnson or Allison Duzinski were trucking through and could have had a clear away shot. And with 24 seconds left
In regular time.
regulation, Longman take the draw. It's dropped off the sticks. Duzinski sends it in deep. Greta Johnson uses her body to protect. Shot. Maynard saved. And the charging on the net. And we have a melee and Frakes in front. Nice puck movement by the Storm. And great save by Frede to come up big with 12.8 seconds left in regulation.
Huge save by Fride there. Huge.
McKiernan taking the shot, face off, over to the point, just gets beyond her, and it comes out of the zone, and the Storm have to touch up. Fell has it. They'll let the clock tick off, and they do. And we're going to go to sudden death.
Extra hockey, Rob. Extra hockey.
Free hockey, folks. 0-0. Russ. Shots are close. The face-offs are becoming even. The pressure's going back and forth. The speed's picking up. The physicality's picking up. They're charging the net.
Yeah, I would not. I don't have a clear winner as far as this has been pressure on both sides. It's been some of the most even hockey I've seen. Usually, you get a hockey game, you get a period where a team is pressuring more than another. This has been pretty even throughout all 3 periods. Shots are starting to come in line with each other. everybody's had their fair share of opportunities. I'd say Hall-Conard had a little had some more opportunities in that period. Had that one shot on goal, and I think it came off the post there. Definitely looked like it was an in and out, but yeah, certainly some exciting hockey here. So I guess we're getting an ice cut before OT. So we'll see you guys back in a few.
And we're back. Overtime. Russ, sudden death. Next goal wins. Someone's going to win by one. Someone's going to lose by a goal.
Yeah, pressure's on, and, we'll see who can stand up to that pressure right now.
War Chiefs have it. They try and clear it through the neutral zone. Can't get it deep enough. Now poked away. Maddie Bean giving chase. But the Storm able to the first ones to attack and get it deep in their zone. Sent up to Maddie Bean. Misses the outlet. And it's sent in. Swiped away by Frede. Now the Storm trying to center one. Right in front. Poked in. Save. Frede. Now the Storm taking some charge. They like to put someone forward behind the goal line. Two War Chiefs looking to get it out of there. Charlotte Laramie behind the goal line, looking to center. Back pass over to Deidre McKiernan, trying to set the tone. And the Storm, they have someone sitting in that crease, trying to screen Frede. And now finally, it's grabbed by a War Chiefs, and they try and poke it out of the zone. And Maddie Bean's able to do so, but not getting a lot of support. And she's held up and now fired down by the Storm, and it'll be icing. Great break for the War Chiefs. They'll face off down in their offensive zone.
Good opportunity here to get let's win this face off. Let's get possession of the puck, and let's get some shots on net. We missed the net a lot tonight. A lot of opportunities for shots, but we missed the net a lot.
Longman has it. Karan back to her defense. Campbell, a little slow roll to her, so she can only send it slowly back behind the net. Longman trying to get it back there. Looking for somebody in front. Selsted's trying to set up, but the Storm come up with it. Great poke away by Selsted. Tries to center it. And now she hits it behind the net. The Storm grab it. Kenny has it for the Storm. She tries to send it forward. Good forechecking by the War Chiefs. And now the Storm's trying to forward. And it's poked away by Coco, and that looks like it's going to be another icing call, as Coco didn't literally play it and just sent it down. So the War Chiefs get a break with their first line, some fresh legs, and the face-off down in their offensive zone.
I want to see Hall-Conard move the puck low to high. We've got really good strength on our points, good strong shots.
Battle at the dot. It's dropped. Sweeney has it. Tripped
there we
up.
go.
Royer,
there we go. Here
over
it
to
is.
Campbell. Lets one fly in the glove. Save. Bounces out though. That was another hard shot by Campbell. And Maddie Bean really battling to try and keep it in, but it's poked away.
Here we
and
go.
Now here comes Campbell. Forward too far. Couldn't get anything going with it. Now the Storm trying to charge. Here goes McKiernan, and it's lifted up. Paige Sweeney has it. Goes left, goes right. She's in there, in the side slot. Dumps it. Trailer, shot. Bean couldn't get the shot off. Good defensive work by Pierce. Not to allow that, and it looks like the Storm.
It's on in. It's
that's
going
to
to
roll
the
down,
icing.
and we're going to have another icing call. And we've seen the advantage on the War Chiefs when they've been in and out in their zone.
Again, like I said before, Hall-Conard needs to work that puck low to high, keep their points up high. Got a ton of strength on a shot. Fiona Campbell, get that puck to her. Although she's not on the ice right now, she's resting.
Longman has it, tries to take a shot, but it's grabbed by the Storm. Here comes Elizabeth Coco. She tries to bring it to the outside. Now she crosses the red line, sends it in deep. Goes behind the goal line for the War Chiefs. Picked up by Tessa Roberts. She's the one with some speed there.
Great
and you can see
physicality
the battle
on those boards.
Here comes Longman, has it. She got support, goes to the outside, puts on the brakes, tries to circle back, but grabbed by Kenny. Kenny, very physical too for the Storm, sends it to her outlet, just by her, and Royer able to keep it down the Longman, side of the boards, tried to go through the crease, and covered up by Maynard. As Longman tries to battle versus Kenny.
Longman does a great job. She has a Longman has a long stick, and she's tall and uses her body really well to protect that puck and keeps that puck protected and keeps possession of that puck. And a great drive at the net right there.
Cohane on the draw for the War Chiefs. Has it. Goes back to Campbell. Lets one fly.
There it is.
Ripped
There it is.
it.
Oh,
It
my
almost
God.
trickled in. It was in the air and loose. Maynard lost sight of it. And now it's a battle race for the puck. Then we're going to have
icing.
another icing call.
Oh, I thought that was in, Rob.
I thought that was going to bounce backwards. It just bounced off to the
Thought
side.
it was up over her shoulder and in, and it got to the side somehow. Wow. That's again why we got to keep putting pucks on the net. We're trying to shoot top corner. We're trying to shoot, bar down. Like, just pucks on the net. Pucks on the net.
There's the drop. Goes out to Longman. Slap wrister. Redirect. Out in front. Maynard saves the first one. There was a little space there. Sweeney feeds it. Give and go back to Sweeney. Backhand. Front hand.
What a play to finish the game up. CCC champions, Hall-Conard.
The War Chiefs, they'll gather around Matty Bean. Paige Sweeney went left, right, fed right through the crease, and
What
Bean was
a
right there
play.
to stuff it home.
What a play, right across the crease and bang there to finish it up. Congratulations, girls.
What a great game. They gave us the whole seat, but all we did to sit in was the edge.
Beauty.
Congratulations to the War Chiefs, Coach Cohane. Great battle, great job by the Storm. I mean, a 2-1 game, can you ask for anything more?
Great effort by the Storm, great game, good pressure on both sides. This could have been anyone's game. It just happened to be that, Hall-Conard had the pressure at the right time. And, with the short bench that they have, kudos to these girls for reaching as deep as they did to pull this win off. It's a huge, huge win. Huge pressure in overtime, and just overcame all that and come up big tonight. Congratulations.
Yeah. Well, we thank the War Chiefs for letting us do this. We thank West Hartford Community Interactive for letting us do this. I'm Rob. I'm with Russ. We were spitting chicklets, extra spitting chicklets tonight. Thanks, and we'll be signing off. Victorious for the War Chiefs, 2-1, CCC champs. Have a great night.
Congratulations to Hall-Conard. That concludes our award ceremony.
Great game. They played great, both teams. It could have been anybody's game. It was just back and forth and back and forth. I'm like, you know, you get a team one period, they have a little side. It was just every period. It would just change sides. And, the edge of the sea line. Huge win. Yeah, huge win. I mean, for the team that's Nick Delvin.
Which game tomorrow? See you tomorrow. was fun. got the pile at the end too. That was nice.